Ah, good afternoon, guys. Well, we're inside today doing a little bit more work on this cabinet, and yeah, I thought I'd give you an up-to-date video. Alright, so as you can see, the cabinet as it is, I'll bring it closer, dudes. So, what have we got here? We have the cabinet. Okay, well, I smoked her out a lot more yesterday after I finished, and I've gone and bought myself 3 different varnishes. So we have down here, I think I can see that, we have here mahogany, oak, and I think that one's pine or another colour over there by the fireplace. Okay, so what we're doing basically is I'm using all 3 of these different varnishes to create a smoky oxblood kind of colour. Anyway, I'll show you. So this is the top of the cabinet that I've been experimenting my sponging on. So let's take it to here. So as you can see, the top, I don't know if the light is very good here. Okay. As you can see, it's becoming an oxblood. It's getting an oxblood colour to it and tone, with the dark specks underneath, and that's from the sponging and using 3 different types of varnish. So what I'm going to do is keep doing this. I'm going to do this for another 3 layers with the 3 different varnishes and see how she matures with that, but I've got to let her dry because it takes time, and then as I gain the look I really like, then I'll say okay, I'll apply that to the rest of the cabinet. So the rest of the cabinet can be a nice oxblood marbleized sort of look. A nice marbleized oxblood look to it. And that's really what I'm after. A little bit deeper, but you've got to get there slowly, you can't rush it. Let me put you back on the cabinet over here. Okay. Anyway, you can't rush it, you've got to take your time over it. You get your little sponge and you just dab it out. Not too hard. Sometimes I'm beating like a drum if I'm trying to be sensitive. Just give it a little beat. Feels like one of those Chinese drum dolls that you twist, that goes bop 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 bop. Anyway. So yeah, you just sponge it down. Give it a good old little tap. And it's really coming along with this oxblood marbleized effect. I'm really liking it. I think the cabinet's going to look really nice with the whole thing done in this sort of like finish. And you just keep applying. I mean, you can apply for a week, you can apply for 2 months, you could apply for 2 years, like just applying the same different varnishes over and over and over again to build up the pattern. I could go tortoise shell and draw, paint some black lines on it, black squares, but I don't want to make it look tacky, so I'm going to stick with the oxblood marbleization look, because oxblood, as you can see, my Chesterfield is oxblood. I like oxblood. Not that I like ox's blood, but I like the colour of oxblood on furniture. And I will continue with that thick look on this cabinet. And when she's after I finished doing layer upon layer, I don't even know how long I'll do this for. It just might be a hobby I do, like something that's very soothing. I do it for a year or 2. You know, maybe. Well, the longer you do it, the better it's going to look. So you know, what's the time limit? It's really into, you know, are you into rushing it? Do you want to look at it as a labour of love? Is it just something you want to sell quickly? For me, this one's a labour of love. So the more time I spend on this very basic little box, and the more beautiful I can make it, really is testament to my effort. So we will see how beautiful I can make a little box. But I am enjoying it. The reason why I've started on the top is because I'm experimenting on the top with different sponging techniques and the different colour correlations. I mean, one of the pots I've used one stainer and I've added a little bit of white spirit just to water it down. Or I could also use black paint, a little bit of black paint in there as well, and mix it to add another tone. So I might do that, I don't know. I feel that I will tend to stick with the colours that I've started with instead of adding more, because it's already got a natural blackness to it, which is really adding a really nice subtleness to the top here. I mean, I'm really digging it. Let me take you back in for another gander. Come with me, ladies and gents, over to here. Again, I don't know what the colour's like here, what you can see or not see. Okay. It's not, the colour looks a bit lighter on the screen than what it is, but in person it's actually very dark red and quite marbly. But when it's all finished, I'll have to take it outside for a better picture. But yes, it's very, very cool. It's cool. I like the colour. There's my Chesterfield, that's oxblood. Can't really see as much on here, but it is oxblood colour. It's just very light on the screen. It's very odd. It looks tanned on the screen, but it's actually oxblood in person. Back again. Yeah, there. Okay. There. Okay. So, basically I'm going to let this dry, and when she's touch dry, I will give it another 3 layers of the colours that I'm using, and see how she looks then. I could also do another technique. I was going to do I was contemplating whether to do another technique, which is called paint crackling, where you paint the base layer in the colour you like, which I would have painted it gold, and then used another, used glue basically, and painted glue on it into a nice smooth sort of surface, let that semi-dry, and then painted the top layer coat. And when you do that, when it all dries, well, first you've got to let the base layer dry, then you've got to let the glue semi-dry. When it's semi-dry and you go to apply the final coat, when it dries at that final drying period, that's when you start getting the crackling effect. So it could have all been jade green with loads of gold crackling underneath, which I think would have looked beautiful as well, but I'll save that technique for another cabinet, another day, or another time. For this one, I'm going to go with oxblood, because I quite dig it. I dig the oxblood thing. I like the marbleization. It just looks kind of, I ain't going to gild it or nothing like that. I think gilded, unless it's really done authentically, when you're like gilding or putting on prints of birds and phoenixes and all this sort of thing, unless it's done really traditionally, I think it can look tacky. It's like the other one that I got that had the silver butterflies on it, stencil. It just looked tacky, looked really tacky. I mean, it looked like a 5-year-old would have it in their bedroom. You know, I can work with that. I can strip it, I can, change it into something else again. Give it a new look, freshen it up, give it a new period of life, a rebirth, something that will still exist for generations instead of going, oh, that looks shit. You know what I mean? But, yeah. Okay, anyway, I've waffled on. I could keep on waffling on here in my little workshop of Eastern Iniquities. But I shall leave you, and thank you for watching once again on Paolo's update on his furnishing and refurbishing, etc. Anyway, ciao, and probably show you when the box is finished, and so you can have a look at the the full final effect and look. It's all very well me showing you the difference between prep stage and first few coats, so you can see the difference. But when the whole thing is done, then you really see the difference in what it was to what it can be. Anyway, I'm going to crack on because I'm quite enjoying this in a nice little zone. Yeah, when you're enjoying it, you produce better work. So yeah, anyway, ciao. See you soon.